Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians Cast, episode 799. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hello, everybody.
What's up, Scott?
Cheers.
Okay, so what's the articles, Chris?
Okay, so am I doing the first one with about him staying on?
Well, them asking me, yeah.
Okay. So, Capaldi was asked to stay on for Series 11 by the BBC. It says Peter Capaldi has been doing interview rounds to mark the Series 9 DVD launch this week, and of course has been asked about his Doctor Who future beyond Series 10. Apparently BBC asked him, he was speaking to BBC Radio Scotland, and he said that he hasn't made up his mind. He's been asked to stay on, which is lovely, and he thinks that Chibnall will be fantastic and a wonderful choice to be a showrunner. So basically that was that article. I mean, they're just asking Capaldi to stay on.
But keep in mind, though, Chibnall didn't ask him, the BBC asked him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
Personally, I think he should stay on. I don't think his time as a Doctor is over. Even after Series 10, I think he should stay on.
I agree.
Even though I haven't seen it, even though we haven't seen it, I think that I would like to see a Doctor stay on for more than 3 seasons. You know,
Me too.
I don't want it to be like a 3-season thing and then time's up, gotta go.
Me too.
I now getting dry and then them leaving, but yeah, just up and.
Now it gets interesting.
Yeah. So there's a second article here, and it's again about Peter Capaldi, and it says Doctor Who Peter Capaldi accuses BBC of neglecting hit show.
Yeah.
Now, it says here, at the very least, it's a turn of events. Doctor Who's current Doctor, Peter Capaldi, has been doing rounds this week promoting the DVD of his recent best series from last year. A couple of surprising revelations have transpired. He said he will start filming the next series, the last he's contracted for, fairly immediately. This set fan people alight with the realization that Jenna Coleman's replacement as a companion must soon be announced. It also gave credibility to the press rumor that Rakhi Thakrar from EastEnders could be the new leading lady. That sounds interesting. These stories described Thakrar as one of the people currently in the frame. Though anyone who knows anything about actor contracts will know the casting decision must have been made months ago.
Right.
Looking here. Capaldi's move was to reveal that he's been asked back for a 4th series, which would be Series 11.
Right.
For those of us who pay far more attention to these things and is healthy, that was huge. Both David Tennant and Matt Smith served roughly the same number of years, 3 full seasons over 4 years, with the year gap placed as production demanded. Logic would put Capaldi on the same contract.
Right.
Priming him for an exit after the 2017 series. This would allow the new showrunner Chris Chibnall with a blank slate to create characters of his own. Okay. And yet there was some uncertainty about rebooting the show to the extent that they did in 2010. Stephen Moffat has admitted that starting out with a new showrunner, a new Doctor, and a new companion is absolutely not how you're supposed to run things. He even suggested that there were higher-up conversations within BBC about resting the show entirely after Russell T Davis's exit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Of course, Doctor Who is only second to Top Gear as the Beeb's most profitable global property. It's not going anywhere for a while, so this gap year, while Chibnall plans his version of Who, knowing Capaldi and Thakrar would be back on screen not long after, would make perfect sense for the viewers' familiarity, which is important. I'm looking for where he says that he believes that. Okay, here we go. So it says Capaldi, where is it? Right, which makes Capaldi's latest missive to Newsweek all the more noteworthy. The BBC is an incredible organization, but sometimes people there think that they're looking after themselves, and that's not being looked after. I think maybe their eye was taken off the ball, or the show was seen as a thing that they could push around. It's not. It's a special thing. Capaldi is referring to the depleted oversight of ratings of the 2015 series. It's worth noting that the show almost made up its numbers after time shift figures, but he is right to the point he's right to point out that scheduling Doctor Who at 8 p.m. opposite the X Factor and Rugby World Cup did damage. Even the BBC's own news service joined the tabloid front pages, reporting a distortion of viewers for a show that averages 70 million viewers internationally.
Right.
It does frustrate me, Capaldi continued. If you're going to have a family show, I think you have to build up a ritual around it. That ritual usually starts with having it on at the same time. Even I don't know what time it was on.
See, the problem is, right, that there was another article I saw where he's trying to say that we really don't know what Moffat goes through, that everything is getting blamed on him, he has to accept everything, and sometimes he has to deal with the BBC give him, where they don't want to have a budget for this, they don't want to have a season for this, they want to have one episode 1 year. So he gets the heat for everything, and he says if he was going to stay any longer, there's a big possibility he could have had a heart attack, he could have, like, his health could have diminished. So he was basically sticking up for Moffat in this other article. And also he's basically saying, look, first and foremost, he's a Doctor Who fan, even though he's the Doctor, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want the show. The fact that he is sitting, he's going to have one episode to film, and then he's not doing anything for the whole year with Doctor Who, is a damn disgrace. Like, that's their decision, not Moffat's decision. Because they want to focus on this event and the Olympics and whatever. But that's a damn disgrace. You have an actor signed, pop it out. You wanted to do another season, give him a 2-year contract then, you know, for season 11, 12. It's ridiculous. But you can't ask the guy to stay, right, for series 11 when he don't even know when the hell series 11 is going to be.
You cut your own throat. So you want the series to end.
We got 1 episode this year. That's it. What if they do that crap next year, the following year after that? What if he needs more time?
Do what they did with Tenet, at least. Give us one of these little cartoon things that spans maybe.
It's ridiculous how, and he's annoyed by it, and everybody's annoyed by it. We even said, why can't they film like 3 episodes or 4 episodes? Or even 5 episodes, and then film the other part and make a whole season out of it. Even if you have to split, whatever. We're losing a whole freaking season this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's I didn't mean to cut you off, Joe, but I think that's ridiculous, honestly.
Damn disgrace.
You've got a show this popular. I mean, look, when you're at the peak of its popularity, now internationally, which Doctor Who didn't see in the past to this scale, why are you not making it?
That's like saying, by the way, Walking Dead, we have some problems. We're not going to have Series 10 in October. We're not going to have it for a whole entire year.
Right. People would flip.
Would never happen. We're
going to give you 1 episode. No, we're going to give you 2 episodes. We're going to give you one here, and then you have to wait until next year to see.
You know what I say? When they say, hey, we're going to give you a Christmas special, to me, that's an insult.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't even effing bother. Because if you're going to make us be without Doctor Who, how do we have a Christmas special and the next thing we have is a Christmas special again? Yeah. That's a damn friggin' disgrace. Honestly. I don't care what the plans are. Pop something out. Okay?
But like I said, the little cartoonish thing, because we know how long it takes a cartoon to be made nowadays. Only thing the actors got to do is go in, do the voiceovers. They
Is that it? That they didn't have the money? They took the money from Doctor Who to do something else this year?
I wouldn't damn doubt it.
They did. Okay, I'm gonna make an accusation like I did with Sherlock, and I was pretty much right about that because they used Doctor Who money to pay for Sherlock originally, until we got his feet off the ground. Maybe that's what Class is for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the budget from Doctor Who is going to Class with the hopes that it takes off. And then if it doesn't, well...
We got Doctor Who to fall back upon.
And I honestly think that was a possibility originally that they were going to groom this guy in Class to be with Doctor Who as a big part, and maybe he's just going to be a writer now or something. Because, or maybe they says, the heck with it. Chibnall said yes, so we don't have to go. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Well, what's scary, and this kind of goes to what you said, Joe. They're doing it this year, right? What happens if they get quick and they're like, hey, let's do it next year too, or
But
the
that's
year
what I'm
after
saying.
that?
Here's the thing: Moffat secured supposedly Doctor Who's future until 2020, right? But that doesn't mean crap if there's only one episode every year.
Right. They could easily say, well, we'll do 1 or 2 episodes a year. Hey, it was on until 2020. You can't say we didn't do it. Like
They could do something like they do with SpongeBob, right? They filmed like 5 episodes and they spread it out for like 5 years or something, right? They put like or something like that. They put out a new episode every year. It's like what the hell is that? You know, they could have Capaldi's season that they could spread out for like 2 years, 3 years if they wanted to.
Well, like Rescue 911, something like that. You just have like 3. You have like 3 shows, and then they just the way they aired it, you think you've seen the whole season.
But let me ask you a question, right? The BBC shop is closing down, right?
Yeah.
No more BBC shop. Doesn't that tell you anything about the BBC? Like, if you don't even have your own shop, maybe that means that the BBC is going under. There's not going to be a BBC soon. So how could you secure Doctor Who's future if there's no BBC? Like, maybe they've made their contracts, and yes, there's going to be a Series 10, and then go buy Doctor Who, buy BBC, buy everything.
I don't know. The day that happens would be shocking.
Let me tell you something.
How long has the BBC been around?
Nothing shocks me because everything I've noticed since I started working, companies don't last. The strongest companies that I've ever worked for have all crumbled to nothingness. I had companies I used to work for that if they would have sold their company at their height, would have made billions, and when it went out of business, it only cost millions to just buy the name. Okay? Pathetic.
What if the BBC is just closing down their office area to concentrate more on just like, oh, we're just going to do the whole internet thing? Like,
that could be it. That could very well be what they're doing.
I know Circuit City's coming back.
Right.
But what Circuit City do? They closed down a lot of the lines.
Well, look at ECW. ECW went bankrupt, and Vince McMahon purchased it from the bank and brought back ECW. Right?
Horribly, but yeah, he did do that.
So that's what they're probably doing with this.
Well, I'm gonna give you a scenario, a dark future scenario. Okay? The BBC is about to go under. Right? And you know how... Well, first of all, they don't know what the hell they're doing, I have to say. Especially with that Top Gear thing, too, right? Now they're trying to sell the name of Top Gear to them at Netflix, so that way their show could be called Top Gear. Those people that were part of Top Gear. It could be called Top... They want to sell for $2 million. The name. And they're not even going to do Top Gear anymore. Right? What if this is a scenario? BBC's going to close. They go to Disney... And they say, Disney Cinematic Marvel Universe, we will give you Doctor Who for $100 million, or maybe $1 billion. They sell Doctor Who for about $1 billion, right, or something, or 500 million or whatever, and then they have all that money that they go to restore to BBC, but without Doctor Who.
Their flagship pretty much is sacrificed.
They basically sacrifice their flagship to save their captains and first officers and all these people that work for the BBC to save themselves. They exist as a mediocre, shitty company because they just gave away the greatest thing that put them on the map.
Yeah, so basically instead of getting them Class and Sherlock, they give them Doctor Who.
Right. And that's why they never do a crossover with Doctor Who and Sherlock, because they don't want to have any connection legally where they will lose Sherlock to. And that's why they're not doing no Paternoster thing. They're doing Class or whatever. So Doctor Who goes to Disney. Next thing you know, you'll see Robert Downey Jr. as the Doctor. Because he's a big Doctor Who fan, by the way. So if you don't want to be Iron anymore, if he doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore, he'll be the Doctor for like 3 movies. Guaranteed. I'm telling you right now, guaranteed. 5 seconds, Robert Downey Jr. will be the Doctor. A Disney movie.
Him with that bloody beard.
It could happen. I could just see him pissing off Davros. It could happen. So
I mean, I think that it's possible, but I just don't think that I don't think the BBC is going.
I think they're doing going to more online stuff than they are.
Let me tell you something. Disney bought everybody. Disney.
Oh, I know that. You know, to me, it's not a question of if Disney could buy them, because we know that they could buy.
First of all,
Doctor
Sesame
Who,
Street's on HBO. So we'll let you know that, okay?
It is. Yep.
You didn't know that Sesame Street's on HBO. It's a whole. This world is it's like almost a new reality where you don't even have Sesame Street on like new episodes on Channel 13 anymore. It's ridiculous. Everything's commercial. Everything is. Let's make money off this, that. Forget it. Doctor Who is eventually going to wind up at Disney. I bet you anything. Or, well, you know what? No, not even any other secondary company. Disney's going to get Doctor Who. I'm telling you. Why do you think you had Disney XD? They had like stuff on there.
Well, they're promoting David Tennant they're promoting David Tennant for Jessica Jones, but.
Yeah, but that's right. I'm telling you, it's happening. Doctor Who's gonna, and you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna see Doctor Who, and who's gonna be writing the scripts for the movie? Your favorite permed-haired curly guy, Stephen Moffat's gonna be writing the scripts. Telling you, watch. Mark my words. People are gonna be like, "Damn it, Matrix Lord's right again."
The chair of knowledge.
That son of a... Again, he's right. Again. Telling you. Listen, I do not want Doctor to go away. I don't want it to be shelved because I'm not getting any younger. And I don't want it to be the next time I see Doctor Who is with my grandchildren. So, like, you know, I don't care. If that's the only way to save it and Disney gets it, get it. Get it, Disney. Go buy this right now. Go buy it right now. Ask them.
We're daring you.
I double dog dare you to go buy Doctor Who. And get Sherlock while you're at it. Hopefully the BBC will just take care of Doctor Who and take care of Peter Capaldi and take care of the budget, and Disney won't have to buy Doctor Who.
It won't have to buy the world.
All right, take care. Bye for now.